Howdy y'all, this is Twitchonium coming at you with another Phyrexia All Will Be One quick draft. Before we get started, I did want to take a minute to say that if you've been enjoying the content here on the channel, a link to my Patreon where you can show your support is linked in the description down below. And without further ado, let us crack open some packs. Well, Slow Bad is not very fun or exciting, unfortunately. Just basically a 3-3 for 3 in this format. So I think we're on either like Fuseling or Cankerbloom. Ambassador's fine too, but not as exciting as I think one of these two would be. I think I like the Fuseling, just because I prefer red where possible. Although green-red is like my two favorite colors, so just start with the cheaper option. And now, this is tough. Nothing really great as a follow-up to the Fuseling, sadly. Paladin's fine. Sentry's great in that deck, but I don't know, I just... Blue in general, if I can avoid it, I like to. I guess there's nothing else we're really taking anyways in this pack. Maybe I should just take like the Paladin. Could end up in like black-red, maybe. And even if you're not in a toxic deck, the Paladin is still like a good value play late game. I think I like that better than Thrumming Bird. I guess maybe we could take just the Volshock Splitter. It's a fine 4-drop. Sticks around, lets you pump up your creatures more. Yeah, I could see that, honestly. Like, I'm not really going to be missing out that much on a Paladin. Like, we can get some more 5-drops if we need it. Like, pick up a Scrap Trap or something in black if we go that route. Just stay mono-colored here for now. Now, kind of the same thing. Really just not an exciting pack. Like, could take another Splitter or Hazardous Blast. I feel like Blasts come around pretty late. We'll just take another Splitter. Now we see a card worth switching on into a second color here. Could take like a Rebuke or a Crescendo to stay in red or something, but Vorak is just a great green card. And red-green is a fine archetype to be in. Here, I think probably the Demolition, if we need access to a artifact removal spell. Here, probably Free from Flesh. It works really well with the Fuseling, particularly. Here, probably just like a filler 2-drop or a filler 5-drop. I think I like the one that's hasty, even if we're not as toxic focused. Basilisk. Ooh, Troll is nice if we can get enough oil counter synergies going. And there's that Hazardous Blast we end up wheeling. I think I'd like the Furnace over the Maze's Mantle. Alright, well, before we do that, let's cut some of these that we're hoping not to have to play. Like, I probably don't want to play that, or the Basilisk if I can avoid it. Maybe even the Gleeful Demolition. Not a super strong start to this draft, unfortunately. Although now we can take either the Halberd or the War Whip. I mean, we could easily pivot off of our green here into the War Whip. It is very strong. Halberd's a great 2-drop play though too, and we don't have any 2s. I mean, Mantis is also excellent. Engraver's awesome. Like, I just want a bunch of these cards. I guess because these are close in power level, like, and we don't have any 2s. If we had some 2-drops, I would probably speculate on the War Whip here, but because we don't, I'm going to take the Halberd that fits into either strategy. But we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled for some white cards here. Although now we see another Vorak, which is more reason to stay here in green. Not a lot of options either way. Just pick up another Splitter, I guess. Another Vorak? Alright, well, we're just going to be the Vorak Splitter deck today, apparently. We do need to pick up some 2-drops. Doom Mover's a fine role player in that regard, but I really like Jimmy Rabble, even though we already have all these 4-drops here. Now, because we have all those 4-drops, I love the Mantis as well, but we need to start filling out our 2-drops. Ooh, that's a nice 2-drop to help us ramp into some stuff. And if we don't end up with any other 5-drops, we may end up having to play some of these atrocities. I mean, a 4/4 hasty body is still nothing to scoff at. Might pick up a rebuke since we're also very low on interaction. Same thing with the canopy. I think I'd rather have that than a paladin, probably. Although I guess with the Vorax and the Convert, maybe we are going to be trying to ramp into some of these bigger things. Yeah. Maybe we'll just be the atrocity deck too. Just run 3 copies of all these things. At least we know what we're going to be doing. 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. Alright, let's see if we can't open something awesome for the last one. Well, we did not. But there's some good non-rare cards in here. We could take an Infectious Bite. Could take a Volt Charge. I'd love a Furnace Strider and a Scamp and an Engraver, but I think we need some removal here first, and I'm going to take the cheaper one, I think. And same thing, just going to pick up the removal here. Wow, we could have had 2 War Whips. That would have been pretty sweet. We definitely need the 2-drops. I don't like this 2-drop, but I think we need it. Ooh, a Batterfist is a 2-drop I'm happy to get, though. Ooh, and I would love a Punisher and another Rabble, but I think our deck needs the Volt Charge pretty badly here. It's a decent 2-drop. Helps the Oil Gorger Troll be a little better. Alright, so here's the question of, do we want to grab a 1-drop or a better 4-drop than what we've got? I think probably a better 4-drop than what we've got. Alright, so we've got... probably cutting that... Well, we ended up getting there on the 2-drops. I don't want to play this one. I think the rest are all good, though. So we could run another 1-drop. I don't think we need to take the Engraver here, although I would totally upgrade one of these to an Engraver. Splitters are not ideal. So we're good on 3-drops. We're good on 4-drops. If we can get some better 4-drops, like Mantis, I think it might even be better than like the Atrocity. Maybe I should just take another Mantis. I don't think we have a ton of stuff we need the Scamp to try and proliferate onto. One, two, three, 4. 5 if we run the other Splitter. Could maybe run a Finisher on the top end here. Take another 1-drop. Couple more 1-drops. Well, this one's interesting. We didn't get a couple of the like key pieces for the red-green deck. We didn't get the uncommon. We didn't get a lot of the oil synergies for the troll. Like, maybe we're not even supposed to run the troll because of that. And instead we're supposed to run one of these atrocities instead. Or just run 3 atrocities. I could see cutting the combat trick, one of these scamps, maybe even both of these scamps. And just trying to curve 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. If we do this, if we run it like this, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of pseudo rampy effects in the deck to help towards these 7 drops. Still have to cut 1. Probably. That's tough. Maybe like another Splitter, although I like it with the Finisher. Maybe we cut 1 atrocity. Can I count these as 5 drops and this is a 7-drop at the end? Seems alright. Not the most exciting deck, but we'll see if we can't scrape out a couple of wins here with it. I'll see y'all in the matches. Welcome to round one, y'all. We are on the play with, sadly, a hand we have to toss back. Have had really bad luck with the mulligans lately. We'll see if this one's any better. Still not very good. We don't have a single 2-drop or 1-drop in the hand, but we're gonna have to definitely keep this one. Throw back the finisher. Hopefully we'll draw into a 2-drop here. Did not hit a 2-drop. But at least our 3-drop game is on point with the Vorak. I think we want the untapped land. I guess we had a mountain. I could have probably taken the furnace, but it's fine either way. We do want to keep curving out our land drops in case we hit some of our expensive 5 and 6 or 7 drops. Although I guess we put that one on the bottom, so we know at least one of them is down there. I think we'll do a Mantis first, actually, before we get these splitters going, since they don't trade very well with the 2-drop from the opponent. And we'll see what they play this turn. Could sack their Spell Bomb. Alright, they're just going to bounce a Mantis. That's alright with me. If they want to get in for 2, I'm definitely okay with that as well. Our deck probably going to be more on the mid to late game value train here. I mean, I can see why they'd want to get the... they wouldn't want to bounce the Vorak to give us an extra proc of the ETB effect, but I feel like it would have been better for them to get rid of the Mantis with the ossification. I'm gonna go ahead and play another Vorak, actually, and then hold up the Infectious Bite. Alright, add Malcator. I think I'm fine to run the bite out now, if they're going to do that. That way they can't Spell Bomb to buff it up or anything. Alright, opponent scries 1 to the top though, so see what kind of action they ended up getting there. And now we'll go ahead and double spell here. Maybe they have a counter spell for the Mantis. That's why they bounced it. Nope. Should have played the Convert first, probably, but they already knew I had the Mantis either way. So if they really wanted to counter it, they could have kept holding. Another Eye of Malcator. Nice. Some more scrying. If we hit another land, we can play a splitter and equip it to the Mantis in the same turn, which would be pretty sweet. We will not be blocking the Eye of Malcator, though. And we do hit the land drop. Excellent. Actually, I think I'm just going to get both down instead. Take the 2. Just have as much big powered critters on the board as we can here. And still have Mantis for blocks if we need to. Or we can trade off one of the tokens and then move the splitters on over. If they try to proc both of their Malcator eyes. Yep, I think that's going to be GG. I could draw one with the spell bomb, but I don't think there's any one. Yeah, I don't think there's any one blue mana plays that's gonna save him there. Sweet. So decent start for our red-green deck here. I'll see y'all in round 2. Welcome to round 2. We are on the draw this time with an okay starting hand. It's a little slow, but at least we can hit our lands, ramp up to some strong plays, good interaction. Well, double Atrocity could be pretty spicy. Not really planning to infect people out, but with 2 of those and a bite, we might be. I'll go ahead and kill that Adaptive before it has a chance to get crazy here. Ooh, and a Canker Bloom. Really glad we hit that land there. We almost whiffed. But I'm definitely happy to trade off a Vorak into a Canker Bloom if they want to. I think I'm gonna swing first, see if they offer the Canker Bloom trade. And then we'll drop a Mantis if not. Bolt Charge, okay. Thankfully no counters to proliferate. Alright, they're going for the aggro train here, which I'm fine to do, especially with these atrocities. Next turn we can hit them for guaranteed 7 again with the Hazardous Blast. Although probably do one more atrocity and then do that blast the turn after. Might even be worth Chimney Rabbling here to leave a blocker up. Yeah, it looks like they're going to remove the atrocity. So maybe we just run out another atrocity instead here. Looks like they might have something. Maybe an infectious bite of their own. Alright, well we just have to hope they don't have too much hasty power here. And otherwise we should be good. Well, that's 8 right there. Got pretty close. But hopefully they just will hold it all back. Yeah, and then we can do the Hazardous Blast thing that it loves to do. I guess theoretically we could have also poisoned them out at the same time if we infectious bited something there. But got the second win. Keep on rolling. I'll see y'all in round 3. Welcome to round 3, y'all. We are on the play this time with an interesting hand. I'm gonna keep it because if they don't instantly remove our Convert, we're in good shape. Because then we can get the Vorak out and probably hit our land from that, or we can play the Scrap Gorger and then we're fixed for mana with that. So pretty much just have to hope they don't remove it, or we'll just top deck into our green source and it won't be a problem either way. Alright, they got a nice flyer going there, so we are probably going to have to race them, especially since we just saw one of our removal spells get put on the bottom of our library there. So gonna be on the race train. Hopefully we can draw another atrocity or 2. Because yeah, they're gonna be hitting for 2 poison a turn. But at least we can Atrocity this turn because of our little rampy friend. Oh, I hope they don't have a counterspell. They could still have removal, though. There's a lot of good blue and black removal. That's just a poison counter, though. Next turn we've got more haste here, which is nice. And now that there's cards in the graveyard, we can start exiling them with our Scrap Gorger, getting some counters on there. But they're putting the poison hurt on us really quick here, so... Alright, Hybrid. At least our guys attack well into that. Ooh, and a finisher for next turn even. So it's really just, can they do enough poison next turn to us? If they can, we die. If not, we should be set. I'm guessing they have some kind of proliferation ability here, so they'll get back their Void Wing. Get us to 8 or 9, probably. Hopefully only 8 or 9. Ooh, if they have the Whispers of the Dross, I think it is, that would be bad for us right now. We've got a number of hasty things in our deck that we could pull out here, though, to kind of guarantee the kill. Ooh, they had to take off their thing, though. That's pretty good for us. Well, I think we'll go ahead and swing with all of our creatures here. Gonna be one shy. Let's go ahead and exile that. Actually, let's exile the hybrid. That way they can't get it back here. But we'll see if they have the proliferation to kill us. They need 2 counters. In addition to the siphoners, I should say. If only this guy had reach. Sure looks like he should have reach, right? Big old ogre rebel. Alright, they have to proliferate once and they got us. Looks like we're gonna get them by 1. By the skin of our teeth, but we pulled it out. I'll see y'all in the next round. Welcome to round 4. We are on the draw with an okay starting hand. It's a little bit land heavy, especially since we have a Vorak as well, but don't think we can throw this back when we've got a curve out that's pretty good here. Yeah, trade a Batter Fist off into their Rat, but at least we'll have an equipment left behind after that, which they will not, assuming they don't just remove our token here. That's fine. At least they didn't get any kind of proliferate value out of it yet. Go ahead and get our Vorak down. And now we're set on lands for pretty much everything in the deck. I guess we could use 1 more, but I really would rather not draw that quite yet. Alright, a Malcator's Watcher. Probably go ahead and swing with the Vorak. If they want to double block, I'm definitely cool with that. We'll just keep jamming down the biggest threats we can each turn. They are going to go ahead and chump with the Watcher to get their card drawn out. And we'll go ahead and suit up our guys. Ooh, Venser. They can proliferate. He's going to be pretty nasty. I think we swing with everybody here first. Because that's just lethal if we don't block. Alright, they'll take us up to the corruption threshold here. And they'll get their 3/3 golem. But we're just going to put out the biggest, widest board we can here. Hazardous Blast is a guaranteed win. It's already going to be pretty close here. Even with their lifelink, I don't think that's going to do it. Ooh, yeah, and we can drop a trampling 7/5 now as well. Block, 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 block. I think we just want to attack all. No. Let's make sure everything is, like, you know, is going to trade with something, because this guy could get chumped by Venser or the Golem, and I don't like that. This makes 2 of them lethal threats as well. And they're going to have to make a lot of bad chumps here for their side. Like, they can choose not to chump with Venser if they really want to, and go to 1. I guess it depends on what they have in their hand. They do still have 2 open mana. Alright, so they're going to anoint 1. Alright. Looks good to me. We get to make another golem again. But we can start suiting up the finisher with all these equipments. And then even if they block, he's going to have a, you know, just a ton of trampling damage. May as well make sure they can all get a kill on these things if they're trading. Alright, so that's going to flying and lifelink, okay. They sure are trying to proliferate us out here. I don't think it's going to be quite enough. At least I hope it's not enough. Yeah, I think we're good. That we are. They sure tried their hardest, but we were able to pull it out there in the end. I'll see y'all in round number 5. Welcome to round 5. We are on the play again with an okay starting hand. We can go turn 2 Gorger into turn 3 Mantis, hopefully. That's pretty sweet. Otherwise, we're going to be waiting to get to our expensive stuff, but boy, do we have some hard-hitting stuff there. And our Scrap Gorger already has a target in the graveyard. Hopefully they'll just curve out. Excellent. Next turn we can do it again into an even bigger critter. I guess it's similarly sized, but hasty. Just have to hope they don't have removal for the Scrap Gorger. And we exile their thing to make sure they don't get to make 2 out of it, which is even better. They could double block the Atrocity here, which I'm okay with. We still get to hit them for 5. And kill their 3/3. And we'll have a handful of gas here to keep on going. Pretty tempted to Volt Charge before I play the, or before I attack again here, just to get another counter on the Mantis. Yeah, if they want to swing with this guy, I'm all for that. Because then we can drop that. Probably just shoot the rat now. Get my guy into a 3/3 and we can swing with both. Awesome, and next turn we can drop a Rabble and get another 3/3 swinging on in. Assuming they don't play something huge here. That's big, but it's not going to hurt too bad. We can still swing into that, at least for this turn, while they can't use it to give something Death Touch. They will be able to trade off of one of our guys, but that's okay. Actually, they might not even be able to. I didn't really need to exile my own thing, but that's okay. I also should have played the Fuseling first, because that way anything they trade off here is going to make it grow. But yeah, I don't think they can afford to. So it's all about, can they get enough creatures on the board to block here? They need to get 3, I think, total. And that's going to do it. They are not going to be able to pull out the creatures needed. So we're going to go ahead and run on into game number 6. Welcome to game number 6. We are on the play with a pretty decent looking starting hand here. None of our ramp stuff, but we at least have some early plays, interaction, and some later stuff to ramp in, or draw into. Would love to see a Vorak. That would be a cool top deck. That's a equally good option, though. That's going to let us curve into our splitter next turn, which is pretty cool. Assuming they don't just kill it here. 2 green, they're not going to be able to do that. If they play a creature that Infectious Bite kills, yeah, I might kill it. That does trade into our splitter, which is a little bit unfortunate. Well, there's the Vorak. Now I'm tempted to Well, let's Vorak first and see what we get if we hit our land before I decide if I'm attacking or not. Oh yeah, totally. So we'll go ahead and pick up the land. Let's see if they want to trade here. Even though we could technically get the Atrocity out next turn if we didn't attack in, I'd rather get that 2/1 body off the board before I play my 4/2. Like, I'd much rather trade a splitter token into a Vorak of theirs than a Dune Mover. Of course, now... Ooh, I'm tempted to double spell. Yeah, I think I'm going to just shoot this, drop this, and get the race train going. And we've got some hastiness here, some more equipment value there, and we'll see what they've got on their side. All right, a 2/2, not super scary. Hopefully that's it. All right, that's fine. We'll just get our Chimney Rabble going and swing all. If they want to make some trades, that's all right with me. Means their ambassador's not getting his full value. And if they just want to hold him up, I'm okay racing. They're definitely thinking about it. It's a tough choice. I mean, in the end of the day, though, he's still just a 2-drop, right? Like, worth trading the Chimney Rebel? Yeah, that's what I would do, too. But we keep their board clear and come out ahead on our side. Right, Hoverwings are a good card, but I think we will be okay. I'm going to go ahead and just swing with this one first and see if they want to trade. Cool. Now we can just drop the splitter. We have 2 atrocities the second we hit another land. We've got another great equipment to play. We can suit this guy up, make him a 5/1 if they don't play anything. Would love to see them crack their maze here. That'd be a great sign. Dune Mover also a good sign for us. If they had something better with 6 mana, hopefully they'd be playing it. Ooh, that makes me think they have White Sun Zenith, though. Or the Wanderer. Both of which are going to just be more or less insta-wins for them. Well, now we can swing both. I'm sure they'll trade off here, that's fine. Just to play around the board wipe, I'm going to play the equipment first. Because at least that'll stick around through the Wanderer and stuff. Ah, it's a Tyrannax Rex. That's a good one too. We can only take 1 hit from that. I don't think we can get enough to do it here. We don't have a way to put enough toughness on the board to not take the trample. Yeah, I mean, we had this game. That's just a super bomb ray right there. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up, and I'll see y'all in the next round. We are here in game number 7, and we are on the draw this time with a decent looking starting hand. We have a 2-drop that can ramp us into some other stuff. Vorak to make sure we hit any more lands we need. I think I'm on the Gorger into Rabble train, though, if we can. Ooh, and a big thing to ramp into. See if they fire something off immediately at the Scrap Gorger. Nope. That's pretty good for me. Next turn we can double spell Vorak and Steward, which is pretty nice. Alright, opponent gonna return the favor here. That's okay with me. And now I'm actually going to play the Convert, because then we'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn to get the Paladin in. which is pretty nasty for turn 5. We'll see if they blow up one of our mana dorks, though. Happy if they want to use a pump spell on this. Sweet. Definitely cool with that. And a Mantis, alright. So here we can go like so. They are in a good spot with their golem, unfortunately. Would love to draw some removal for that. Alright, they can kill our mirror if they want, but it's kind of already done its thing. Although now we can get another huge creature out. And no attacks yet. We've got so many equipments in the deck, we may as well hold on until we can start suiting these guys up a bit. Gonna go ahead and crack this land now that we've got our 2 most expensive cards out on the battlefield already. Let's just do this. And now our guy's a 3/3 and got another body out. We can make this, use this guy to start putting, or giving this like 2/2 extra each turn. Ooh, that's a nice little draw. Okay, so we'll suit this guy up. And we're going to swing in with the 11/7 here. They're choosing not to block. That seems very strange to me. Okay. No, I think this time we kill this guy. 1 less blocker. And I'm pretty sure they're just dead. We swing like this and shoot them in the face afterwards, because we're bound to get at least 3 damage through, I'm guessing. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, they're still dead on board the way blocking like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're just dead anyways. They're just haven't quite seen the silver lining yet. Or not silver lining, the writing on the wall, rather. I guess silver lining would be a good thing. Which maybe they've got some kind of trick here, some kind of awesome instant that I'm not thinking of. Yep. Didn't end up needing the Volt Charge, just had it as insurance. Awesome. That's going to do it for this round. I'll see y'all in the next one. Hopefully it'll be our last. Welcome to Game 8. Hopefully this is going to be our last one. I think we are 6-1, right? Sounds right. With a pretty nice little starting hand here. Get our Furnace down on turn 1, get a great 2-drop down, curve right into a Vorak. Halberd is going to be very nice if we do even lose the token, because we can move that over and give our bigger creatures first strike and trample, which is excellent. Them thinking this long makes me think they're considering shooting off a removal spell, but does block our 2-drop pretty well. But our deck, thankfully, is filled with things that can get around 3 toughness. Ooh, they have a halberd of their own. Very nice. Could give this first strike. I don't think I actually need to, though. Yeah, let's just swing with it. See how they choose to block. If at all. Alright, they're going to do the engraver thing. Bodes well for us that they're ditching lands this early already, though. Hopefully that means their hand is pretty full of lands. Either that or they're getting a little greedy. Nope. Looks like they've got their lands. But next turn we can move our halberd over. I guess it's going to be basically trading back and forth with how similar our boards have been here. Alright, so we move the halberd to the mantis. Play a fuseling in case stuff dies on our side. And then we swing with 2. Alright. Gonna get to eat one of theirs with our Vorak and get 5 in. I'm guessing they'll spend their turn suiting up their mantis the same way. Thankfully, when our stuff dies, we're getting a little extra value from the fuseling here. Alright, yeah, they definitely had a handful of lands. But they've been able to keep up with some strong plays of their own here in this red-green mirror match. Man, one more land and we could play the splitter and equip it to our mantis, which would be really nice. But that's okay. Opponent eyeballing our fuseling. I think I'm okay to do this. Although, no. Let's just let them have the 5. We're winning the race already anyways. I don't want to take a chance of getting blown out by a combat trick. There's no need for it. We're in a great spot already. And they didn't equip their first striking thing. So we'll still swing with our mantis here. Probably trade mantis for mantis. Or not. Alright. I'm pretty okay with that block. Now we have a way to pump up our mantis with the steward. And we have something else that we don't mind trading off with their mantis. Because essentially it's just a token, then we can start moving our splitter around. Buffing up our fuseling in the process. And if we draw Hazardous Blast, we just win. Ooh, a Chimney Rabble's pretty nice for them. They are going to go all out here. Okay, let's see. Definitely thinking they have a combat trick of some sort. But I think I'm alright doing... Yeah, I'm fine doing this even. Any trades are just better buffs for my fuseling. unless they have removal for it right now. We can suit it up and go to town. Yep, that's pretty good. Alright, so we can suit up the Fuseling with First Strike. And give it some extra power here. And now we're in good shape. Unless they can remove the Fuseling, even if they play something, it's going to be tough to get around that First Strike trample. And that's going to do it. The little one drop that could talk about value out of that Fuseling got up to 8 power there. It's part of why I like that one so much and why I ended up running that over the, I think, didn't we get the other scamps? Yeah, the Sawblade scamps. Definitely the superior one drop. It just makes all those trades you make, you just get a little extra value out of the trade that the opponent isn't getting. And it definitely made the difference there in the end. So, went the distance with this kind of hodgepodge red-green deck, but it was super consistent with the 3 Vorax, the Mantises, and the Splitters. Like, we always had a solid 3-drop into a really solid 4-drop into a really solid top-end card. So, even on the games where we didn't have an early play, we still just managed to value them out. But super fun. So thank you all for coming along on this draft ride with me today. I appreciate your time and hope you all have a great rest of your day. Take care, everybody.